CustomTacticals.com here, and I'm looking at another Delica. Haven't reviewed any of the basic Delica models, as I haven't had any recently to take a look at. But this is the Salt one, so the Delica with the Salt blade. Not really a Delica per se, but it's essentially identical to the Delica Delica 3 in every way, except the blade has a bit of a the sheep's foot sort of end there, and it's a little bit more belly. And the Salt one uses the H1 steel, which does not corrode at all. The blade grind on this one is hollow grind, which on other Delicas has range depending on the blade steel. One thing to note on the Salt one is that it does have a larger Spydey hole. Makes it easier to kind of grip, easier to open too if your hands are wet. Even though the Delicas have been upgraded to Delica 4 handles, the Salt one at this point in time continues to be this older style volcano grip with the barrel bolt in it. I'm not sure what the reasoning is behind that. The clip bit marking on it does say clip it Salt 1, so they did change that. Take a look there, and as you can see, made in Seiki City, Japan. The etching on the Salt ones, I noticed, is not the same as the etching on the typical steels. They use some sort of engraving, almost, it looks like, rather than stamping, and I'm not sure if it's because the steel doesn't stamp well. I assume that's probably what it is, because it probably is actually more expensive to etch it, or sorry, rather to engrave it, which is what this looks like it's been done. Either that or it's a laser, some sort of laser engraving, which it might be actually. Thumb ramp is a little bit different. It's not your typical jimping. I won't spend too much time talking about the jimping, but it's different. But otherwise, I found that the H1 steel is extremely sharp. Actually, it doesn't quite hold its edge as long as VG10, but it takes a really fine edge, and it pops hairs. I mean, for a steel that doesn't corrode or rust in any way, it's extremely sharp. I was expecting, like, you know, in the past, stainless steels that don't rust, that work well on boats. I mean, you're kind of stuck with either titanium or like a butter knife type stainless steel. But this is extremely sharp, and I really quite like it. It's almost, to me, in a lot of ways, it almost makes more sense to buy a Salt one as opposed to a regular Delica if you're going to use it. The tip is more robust because of the slight sheep's foot curvature in the front there. The steel doesn't rust as easily. It costs a little bit more, but I mean, for a knife that's never going to rust, and you're going to never have to worry about it if you throw it in your toolbox and say take it somewhere a little bit more moist. It's kind of a nice feature. So yeah, the Spyderco Salt one, essentially the same as the Delica. Just a quick review. So I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.